Good morning. My name is Daas. I've been a cancer survivor for more than 10 years and I have prostate cancer. At the moment, I'm 73 years old. I'm retired and I'm a volunteer in the National Cancer Society as well as I'm a member. Oh yes, of course, I remember it very vividly. You see, it all started, way back. I can tell you a little bit of the story about me. I retired, as a retired person, I was enjoying life. I was 60 over then. A friend of mine came to my house and gave me a coupon from a Chinese daily. If I'm not mistaken, it's Nanyang Sian Pao. So he gave it to me and told me, why don't you go for a blood test? I said, hey, why should I go for a blood test? Hey, you're above 60, we do not know what are the other problems that we have in our body. Why don't you go for a blood test? He gave me the coupon. I took the coupon and left it there, and I completely forgot about it. 2 weeks later, the same friend came back and asked me whether I have gone for the blood test. I said, no. Hey, if you go for the blood test, you get 60 ringgit cheaper because that coupon will give you that, discount. And then he took out 120 ringgit and gave it to me and said, since you don't have money, you might as well use my money to go for the test. My friend practically insulted me. And then I scolded him, hey, what are you trying to do? I said, never mind, I'll go. On his advice, I went to the Path Lab, somewhere in OUG area, Overseas Union Garden area, in Tribe Road. When I went to the Path Lab, of course there was a young girl, who was registering and all that. And she told me, uncle, there's one more very important test that you should do. I said, what is it, girl? He said, you must do your PSA. What is PSA? I didn't even know what it is all about. So I said, how much do I have to pay extra, girl? Oh, you have to pay another 30 ringgit, uncle. 120 plus 30, because this coupon entitles you for 60 ringgit. I said, okay. Then it was wonderful. When I did the test, 1 week later, I suddenly got a call when I was having lunch with one of the trade attaches of the Irish embassy in Lot 10. So I got a call and said that please come immediately. I said, I'm having lunch, what for? I should come immediately. Then they said, no, there's something that we need to talk to you about your blood test. I said, okay, after lunch I went to see them. After seeing them, they mentioned to me, I think you have a problem. Your PSA is 77.5, whereas the normal PSA should be, at my age then, should be about 4. My PSA was so high, and they were talking about PSA, I also don't know what the hell is PSA. So I took the report. I went to see a friend later on, later in the day. I went to see a friend. He was then the Director General of the Maritime Institute of Malaysia. Of course, I don't know, I have to mention his name. So I showed him my report and I told him my PSA is 77.5. So he was laughing at me, oh, your PSA is so high. We were enjoying it, We didn't know the extent of the problem that we are having it. Then luckily there was one other chap whom my friend brought for a cup of tea. He said, oh, you do have a problem. Since you have a problem, you should further go and investigate with a urologist. The other person said. I said, okay lah. Then I went home, I checked the report and I forgot about it. I come from a Christian background. I'm a Catholic. So my teachings in the beginning is this is what I learned in my religious background and my mother's teachings, that you don't harm anybody. Knowingly, you don't go and harm anybody. Unknowingly, you harm, you don't know. All my life, I have practiced this. I don't tell lies. I don't cheat. No lies, no harming anybody. I don't cheat. I don't cheat anybody. Knowingly, I don't. Unknowingly, I might have cheated somebody, I don't know. I mean, my conscience is very, very clear. I befriend anybody. I respect all religions. So, my religious background is really, I do pray. As I said, daily, early morning I pray. Night time I pray. These are the two times I pray before going to sleep. Thank you, sir. You know, a lot of direct selling company fellas have approached me, direct selling companies.
Okay.
So this medicine, that medicine, this and that. And the only thing that I have taken in the real sense of the word, they call it emret water. Emret, M-R-E-T, emret water.
Okay.
See, when I was going through my radiation, you know, I used to have some side effects. Finding difficulty, this and that. So somebody mentioned to me a few years ago about this water. And I used to get hot flush. The side effects of the hormone injection is hot flush. Do you know every woman when they get their menopause, they get this hot flush.
Yes.
Hot flush. This hormone injection gives you that hot flush. You get very angry very fast, you sweat, your whole body burns up. I have sympathized with every woman. The men don't understand it, I understand every woman. Because I have gone through it, I know what these women go through. So hot flush. During the time I was drinking this water, that has helped me. And then another thing that has helped me to keep on going is the Qigong. I met Master Yap, who does Qigong. You know, he conducts class every Sunday. I'm not a moral student, but I do come for classes, you know, at least twice a month. Then I learn some exercises. Qigong is not an exercise.
Right.
Qigong is actually, in the real sense, it is more of some auto-suggestions are given to you, and you do it yourself. You know, you visualize you are cured, you feel fine. A lot of visualization comes in. Positive mind. A positive mind is one that is very, very important. See, I am a very, very positive person. See, being a very positive person. As I said from the beginning, that I took one day at a time with a positive approach, and I've survived more than 10 years. So that's it. See, the minute you worry, stress will kill you. I am prepared to sit down here and die, my good friend. Yeah. I can have a massive heart attack and that's it. They will rush me up, they will know how to do this thing, you will, you know, hoo-ha, you will try to pump me, you will take me to the hospital, you two guys. That's all. Nothing. Anything can happen, isn't it? So, as long as you are resigned to the fact, one day you have to go. Whether you go today or you go tomorrow. That's it. Most of it, I can't sit in front of a computer and read for very long. So I tell my daughter, please download for me this article.
And they print it out for you.
She'll print out for me. And I've got a library of books on cancer. I've got books, a lot of books.
So you can read a lot.
I read a lot. Hell of a lot I read. Because I need to have the information, especially when you're conducting a meeting, people will be talking to you, you must be one step ahead. I take one day at a time. I don't worry. I carry on life. If tomorrow I have to go lah. Because I have already completed my journey in this world. Completed in the sense, I have nothing much to worry about my children now. Huh? They are on their own, they are professionals. My wife is still around. She's taken care of. So what more? I do charitable work lah. If the Creator wants to take me, take lah.
So it's one day past one day.
One day past. Now tomorrow I'll talk about it. Today I'll go and say, morning I got up and say, thank you very much, God, Lord, you gave me one day. Today I'm going out, I'm going to see some young fellows, I don't know what are they going to do to me this morning. That's how I came out and ended up here. I started smoking at the age of 13.
Cool.
So, cool, huh? I was cool, but very bad for health. That's why my heart problem all started. Most probably my cancer also I would know. So I stopped smoking completely. Cigarette went off. I would advise every young man above 45 years old to go for a PSA test. A blood test, a simple blood test. That will indicate whether the person is having a problem in that area. The prostate gland, if there's any problem there. You see, you need not have to have cancer. Your PSA can be still high. It can be more than 4. You see, 0 to 4 is most ideal. It can be more than 4. It could be many reasons because of the infection. Or benign hypoplasia. You see, as we grow older, men's organ, that is the only organ that grows or swells. No? That is benign BHP, they call it benign hypoplasia. So, at the age of 45 and above, they should go for blood test, PSA test once a year.